This video is going to cover the pericardium. So on the board, we have a very simple view of the heart in red, and then the pericardium around the heart. And there's going to be a few layers and membranes involved here. So let's start first with the basics of the heart. So we've got the top of the heart here, which tapers down to what's called the apex of the heart. And the heart itself is enclosed within this pericardial sac, is what it's called, pericardial sac, which we have labeled right here. And the lining of that pericardial sac is called the parietal pericardium. And the parietal pericardium is a type of serous membrane. Serous membranes, remember, are going to release serous fluids. So this parietal pericardium lines the pericardial sac, and then covering the surface of the heart is the visceral pericardium. Visceral pericardium. And the visceral pericardium is also going to be covered in this fluid, which we call pericardial fluid. So this space in between the parietal and the visceral pericardium is called the pericardial cavity, the pericardial cavity. And that pericardial cavity is filled with pericardial fluid. The pericardial fluid will cover the heart and the inside of the pericardial sac with a fluid that is going to coat the heart and reduce friction. So every time the heart expands and contracts with each beat, this will have a reduction in friction so that each heartbeat can happen seamlessly and easily. Now, if we were to take a chunk out of the heart wall, if we were to take a little scalpel and just take a plug out of the heart wall and then blow that up really big, this is the histology, or a cut through the heart wall. And what we would see in this cut are three distinct layers. Closest to the inside of the heart, we would find the endocardium. And this is going to be a thin layer made up of simple squamous or squamous epithelium. Simple meaning one cell layer thick. So that's the endocardium. Then in the middle, the thickest of the three layers, this is called the myocardium. Myo as in muscle. And of course, we're talking about cardiac muscle here. Cardiac muscle, remember, is going to be involuntary. We have no control over it because we have a pacemaker, which we'll talk about later. So we've got the myocardium, involuntary cardiac muscle. And then the outermost layer is the visceral pericardium that we talked about up here. But another name for it is the epicardium. Okay, so endocardium, myocardium, and epicardium.